From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group and Fujitsu General.
Good evening and welcome. Why was Guru Prakash Paswan kicked out of an event in the LSR College campus in Delhi University? Why? Why, after all, was a BJP national spokesperson blocked from speaking at a college in Delhi on Baba Saheb Ambedkar? Why? Here's the reason. He's from the BJP. Unable to win elections, these groups are now down to boycotting or cancelling with force and with threats anyone with a different opinion. Like also in JNU. In JNU, where if you celebrate Ram Navami and that also openly, you will be attacked. On the JNU campus, you'll be attacked with brute force. On the same campus where Bharat Ki Barbadi Tak slogans are supported as example of unbridled freedom of expression, the right of these people to say so under the constitution, they say. Viewers, whether on the LSR or the JNU campus, these incidents reflect a growing culture of extreme and often intolerant, violent intolerance, in fact, by a group who define themselves proudly as left libs. These people, they can't win a single municipality election. And on a national level, they're extinct. So their new trend is to create intellectual ghettos where they defend with hate speech and armed and violent attacks their point of view. These groups and these people, ladies and gentlemen, are so toxic. So toxic these left libs are. Such toxic left libs they are, that in small and insane groups on social media, they hunt anyone with a different position than theirs down. And even when Hindu groups are attacked for simply celebrating their own Hindu festival, try to create a narrative, unsuccessfully of course, that the Hindus are the perpetrators and not the victims. This violent and toxic left-lib brigade happily spreads fake videos to create communal trouble, like in the Ghaziabad fake video case. And when they are called out, they say they are being targeted because India is a majoritarian country. At the root of all this cancel culture, this toxic cancel culture of the left libs, is a deep and great insecurity, ladies and gentlemen. They no longer control the media. The people of this country don't watch or read their biased narrative. Politically, these people have no relevance. And financially, these toxic left libs cannot even get foreign funding anymore without the watchful eye of the agencies of their own country. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, they take their frustration out on Guru Prakash Paswan. Joining me tonight, Guru Prakash Paswan, who was not allowed to speak at an LSR event. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, Ram Bhakts are attacked on the JNU campus. Because if these losers are challenged in their intellectual ghettos, then where else, they ask themselves, will they go after this? That's the debate tonight. Viewers, are campuses becoming breeding grounds for ideological intolerance? Debate 1. Debate 2 tonight. As comments by Raj Thackeray, now the loudspeaker debate is going national. Is it communal or necessary? Debate number 2. Debate number 3 tonight. Was the stone pelting on Ram Navami processions across the country pre-planned and organized? Dramatic proof indicates so. Debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight.
Some student of SFI affiliation, they are not letting me speak at the institution. This is something which is deeply unfortunate, problematic.
Campus Campus intolerance spreads from JNU to Lady Shri Ram College. Ambedkar's scholars talk cancelled over his BJP connection. For the first time on television since the clashes, the JNU violence videos emerged. Watch how lathis were used on Ram Navami. And layer by layer, we expose the Khargon conspiracy. The rioters are caught on camera as the nation prays for Shivam. Similar modus operandi used even in Gujarat. Violence was pre-planned. Rioters received foreign funding. As the Azan debate rages, loudspeakers used for bhajans in Varanasi. Big face-off tonight.
मेरा मंत्री स्थान को इस्तीफा देने के लिए डिसीजन लिया है, उनको भी बोला है ये इस्तीफा के.
And Karnataka cut scandal. Mantri Ishwarappa resigns as the BJP shows him the door, pending investigation. And 3 days after JNU students celebrating Ram Navami were targeted and violently targeted, Guru Prakash, national spokesperson of the BJP and a professor, was stopped forcibly from speaking about Ambedkar at Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a campaign now across the country by these people who have lost elections, rejected by the people, to protect with violence if necessary their last remaining intellectual ghettos. This is the cancel culture of the toxic left libs. Let's debate.
In a gross act of intolerance, an assistant professor of law at Patna University and advisor at the Dalit India Chambers of Commerce and Industry was uninvited for a talk at the Delhi's Lady Shri Ram College. The reason? He is a part of the BJP.
It shows, and it is something which is deeply problematic, that on a day when we are commemorating the chief architect of the Constitution of India, we believe in our constitutional values of debate. We say that dissent is the essence of democracy, and some student of SFI affiliation, they are not letting me speak at the institution. This is something which is deeply unfortunate, problematic.
This was the message he received. Campuses are being turned into breeding grounds for ideological intolerance. Watch how in JNU, these alleged students were armed with sticks ready to attack. Watch how they strategically conceal the sticks behind a wall. Watch how the students are hiding the sticks and rods behind their backs near the hostels. Was the intent to target those of a certain religion? Because if it was, then it is a religious intolerance of the worst order on college campuses.
रामनवमी का सेलिब्रेशंस लेके कॉमन स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ JNU फ्रॉम कावेरी हॉस्टल पूरा प्लान किए थे. तो 2 दिन पहले जैसा ये वामपंथियों को, ये कम्युनिस्ट को इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलता है कि रामनवमी का सेलिब्रेशन हो रही JNU में, ये सह नहीं पाए थे. उसी दिन से इनका स्ट्रैटेजी शुरू होता है. जो कमेटी फॉर्म हुई थी वो रामनवमी के सेलिब्रेशन का, वो कमेटी वालों को धमकी देते हैं कि बोलते हैं कि रामनवमी JNU में नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर रामनवमी जो सेलिब्रेशन करेंगे उनको मारा जाएगा, उसको पीटा जाएगा.
The suppression of one belief system and ideology on campuses is becoming undeniable.
See, iftar was going on for the last many days. It happened on the very day when Ram Navami celebrations were being done. Do you see some kind of conspiracy in this, ma'am, to create a violent atmosphere inside the campus?
It can be so. I don't know. I don't have evidence yet for it. But it is very unusual at the timing and the coincidence. And it is unfortunate that in a secular state like India, that, there is, acceptance of one ritual and not the other. And this is unfortunate. And discrimination can lead to arguments. And maybe here it led to violence.
The secularati that say #not in my name and claim to espouse the values of free speech will callously cheerlead intolerance as long as it is anti-right. The hypocrisy of the lobby is off the charts. They will support prayer meets for a terrorist but not condolences on the demise of a chief minister who belonged to the BJP. Campuses will be used for advocating picking the gun but not for secular display of harmony. Campuses will be used to say Bharat tere tukde honge but not to allow lectures by those with a varying ideology. Some are making campuses a festering ground for intolerance, to marginalize those with a counter ideology. It is time to expose the pseudo-intellectuals. Let's debate.
Guru Prakash Paswan, who was cancelled, boycotted and banned. His crime being he's a BJP spokesperson. So tomorrow they will tell you, Guru Prakash, you can't go to a mall, you can't buy clothes somewhere, right? You can't eat what you want to, you can't dress the way you want to, you might be called a Nazi, things may happen to you. It's entirely possible, Mr. Paswan, that you may be subjected to a violent attack with sticks and stones, as has now become the trend. So do stay protected. Ratan Sharda, ideologically aligned to the RSS, and therefore he's going to be the next victim out there. You say you're an RSS ideologue, you should be extremely careful. You know, they will pull out all kinds of cases against you, they will put you in jail. Rashmi Samant faced that when she was at Oxford University, and now when she speaks up, some people say she's not a Hindu. Recently somebody called her a murderer on my program, or something worse. This is happening in our country. Professor Sangeet Ragi has also been cancelled. He's told, he's a well-known academic and a political analyst, he's a professor, and he's told he can't go out anywhere and speak anymore. If he gets invitations, the invitations are taken back. He's told, cut him out, till he publicly declares he has nothing to do with the RSS or the BJP. Am I right? Professor Ragi, am I right or wrong? Have you also been cancelled?
Arnav,
yes.
I, in protest, I have cancelled my talk in one of the prestigious institutions of Delhi University in support of my fellow panelist.
Yeah, but you know,
I was given the invitation 2 days back by one of these groups
Bizarre.
to talk on in a very, very prestigious institution of University of Delhi and co-sister of LSR. But I said no. Now I wrote the mail back and I said that I won't be joining the way the SFI goons have done what they have done to Sri Guru Prakash, who is a bright fellow, he is an intellectual.
No, you know what, I'll tell you what they want, you know. Kapil Madan, don't mind my saying it, Syed Asad Abbas, Sudhinder Badoria, Professor Sandeep Shastri is there. But what they want, Vivek, I'm coming to you. What they want is a little cozy intellectual kitty party. They do not want any serious conversation, a conversation with 2 points of view. They are completely toxic. They've become so toxic now, Vivek, so toxic, that they see anyone with the other point of view, they want to beat them. They want to take stones and sticks and beat them up inside a campus. No, inside a campus. Because they want to create these intellectual ghettos. Because they want to create these intellectual ghettos. If Vikram Sampath is trolled for his Savarkar biography, Sanjeev Sanyal, a Rhodes scholar with a master's in economics from Oxford University, is questioned for his intellectual ability. By whom? By these people. People like Vivek Srivastava. People like Vivek Srivastava.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely yes. Ladies and gentlemen, opening it up tonight. Vivek goes first and then we're opening up with Guru Prakash Paswan. Yes, Vivek.
I think I
can't hear you. Louder.
I said I've had many debates with Guru Prakash ji and he's a gentleman and nothing personal against him, but Guru Prakash ji, you have not been able to justify the Dalit cause in any way in the media whenever you come. And I mean, with due respect to your intellect and your position as a professor.
One minute. This is brilliant. You want to strangulate a man? No. You want to strangulate a man. You want to strangulate a man and then tell him you're not breathing well. This is bizarre. He's made Guru Prakash the villain. Ratan Sharda is coming out into defense. Ratan Sharda, please respond. Guru Prakash in the middle. Ratan Sharda.
Vivek talked about that Guru Prakash is nothing. Guru Prakash wrote a book called Dalit Icons of India that has rattled these fellows because they want to see. Now let me speak, Vivek. You just smelled poison. Guru Prakash wrote a book on Dalit Icons of India, which is a path breaker. He has presented totally objective view despite having a BJP background where he picked up every wonderful politician from Dalit background, including Mayawati and everyone, including Kashiramji. But these people cannot accept the narrative which goes counter to them, which wants to show Ambedkar and Dalit movement in a different manner. For them, caste struggle, they can't understand today. They have lost their total moorings. They are worse than jihadis in terms of intolerance. They are worse than Mao and Stalin in terms of ideological apartheid and ideological fascism. So they don't want anybody else to interpret Indian history nor Indian great leaders. They want to carry on with their own kitchen party of last 70 years, where their kitchen cabinet decides what to read, what to write. So a scholar like Guru Prakash has no place for them, and he said he can't justify. Can you justify what is wrong with his book? What is wrong with his book, Vivek? Tell me. First must you tell me what is wrong with his scholarship. Then you talk. And just because he has a different viewpoint, sorry, you have lost your game.
I'm talking about him, Kapil.
Your force are crumbling. Your small islands of republic, like the Jadavpur University, JNU, they are crumbling. And so you are trying to put
you can't give him, so much of time.
Let him speak. Let him 1 minute, Kapil, let him speak. Your problem is. No. I would say, Ratan Sharda, 1 minute. Just, I'm talking about Kapil Madan on the right, please. 1 second.
Against Hindutva people.
Kapil is on the right.
Against anybody who didn't go with that run, right from Nehru onwards. They have banned books. They have banned films.
Thank you, Ratan Sharda. Can I have Kapil on the right? We take the debate forward.
This shows them in a different light.
Arnab, allow me 1/3 of the uninterrupted time that you gave to Mr. Sharda. And I would like to begin.
Will you also give him this time on the JNU campus? Will you also give Ratan Sharda the time and LSR in a Zoom meeting of LSR?
Let us see whether they allow me.
What a black day for these two campuses for what they are doing and for being complicit in this kind of intellectual strangulation. Thank you, Kapil Madan. Continue. I won't boycott you. I won't ban you. I won't black you out.
Now, Arnab, you made a very interesting.
Tell me what is the first constitutional amendment?
Thank you, Ratan Sharda. Ratan Sharda, other side, please.
Tell me why Gandhi was banned.
Ratan Sharda replaced Rashmi. Thank you very much, Ratan Sharda. Thank you.
I think he's reading some speech. He doesn't know what is happening.
I've just said. Thank you. Yeah, you're the other.
Arnab, I think you made a very interesting opening remark, and I would say here today we saw Arnab arguing against Arnab. What did Arnab say in the beginning? Arnab say that Mr. Paswan will now have difficulty in eating what he wants, wearing what he wants, going where he wants. Now, I'll tell you, Arnab, this is a paradoxical statement because it is the BJP that has problem with all these issues. Now, they will have problem with whether you can wear hijab or not. They will have problem whether you can have non-vegetarian food or not. They will have problem when you can pray, when you cannot pray. They will have problem with all the issues which, other people, especially with, other, people belonging for a particular community. And let me also ask Mr. Paswan here. He wanted to give a speech on Ambedkar Jayanti. He was there with me on a debate on a show. I asked him a question. Do you love our Muslim citizens? He could not answer. So now you want to go and talk about constitution, talk about
I don't think
the values of the constitution.
Kapil, 1 minute.
So
first of all, thank you. I have a small response because you referred to me personally. Now just listen to me. You said Arnab has argued against Arnab. What an absolute bunch of tripe and garbage you are talking. As far as the hijab controversy is concerned, here's my view on it, Kapil. You were the people who were trying to force the hijab on the campus.
Yes.
You were the people who were trying to force hijab on the campus. 1 second. You were the people when slaughterhouses were put under regulation, you lied and created a falsehood that people in India can't eat meat. Are you a non-vegetarian, Kapil? Can I ask you frankly? If you don't mind, I don't ask questions of personal choice. I don't want to get into your personal choices. I don't want to discuss you personally. I'm asking you, are you meat eating? Are you a non-vegetarian? Are you? Because I am. Are you a vegetarian, vegetarian, non-vegetarian? You tell me. Are you? No. Don't stutter. Don't stutter. Answer my question. Don't stutter. Are you a non-vegetarian? Are you a non-vegetarian?
This question.
I'm asking, are you a non-vegetarian?
Parliamentarians.
Are you a non-vegetarian?
Ask this question to.
Are you a non-vegetarian? Are you a non-vegetarian?
To all the parliamentarians.
Are you a non-vegetarian?
Ask this question to
He's
all
avoiding
the
my question. He's been exposed. Fact of the matter is, I'll tell you. 1 minute. Kapil, don't repeat yourself. I just exposed you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to expose you. I didn't mean to expose you personally. That was an unkind cut. But I'll tell you what. For you people, I'll tell you a definition of tolerance. First, you lie that in India you can't eat meat. Then, on one day, in a street of a city in the south of India, listen to me, you take a calf, not a cow, a calf.
Yes.
Okay? You take the calf and you cut the calf's neck so that the calf is not dead. It is suffering, it is bleeding. And then you let the calf bleed in the middle of the road so that the blood of the calf oozes out and covers the road. Right? And you say, this is my freedom of expression on a public road. I shall see the blood of a calf all over. You call that tolerance. You are the most toxic, intolerant, violent people from your intellectual side, if I can call it an intellectual side that I have seen. In fact, you are all intellectual dwarfs. You are all intellectual dwarfs. And that is why Guru Prakash was not allowed to speak. Why were you not allowed to speak, Guru Prakash? Guru Prakash, why were you not allowed to speak? Tell the country today why you weren't allowed to speak. What was your crime? What was his crime?
Arnabji.
Question on your channel. Ask this question. And BJP spokesperson is there, Mr. Paswan.
Please,
can you
let's have Arnabji.
Answer, how many of your MPs are non-vegetarian? Can you say it here? Can you say none of your
You're confused right now. I'm talking about your violence. 1 minute. I let Guru Prakash speak, please. He's not on the JNU campus or the LSR campus. Please let him speak. Thank you. Please speak.
Arnabji, thank you so much for inviting me for this discussion. But something really unfortunate happened, because on a day when we are celebrating the chief architect of our constitution, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, his ideas, his vision, his imagination, one of his own people coming from his own community was denied an opportunity to speak, to articulate. Do they think that they can stop me? I will continue to speak, I will continue to articulate, I will continue to raise the assertions and the aspirations of the Dalit community and the entire country. Not one student organization can stop me. Who is SFI? What is SFI? Recently, we have seen the Communist Party of India, Marxist, CPM, for the first time in their history, in the Politburo, there is a Dalit member. Itne saal lag gaye aapko. It took you so many decades to sit with a Dalit in a Politburo meeting. So many decades. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Aren't you ashamed of yourself to sit with a Dalit in a Politburo? It took you so many decades to sit with a Dalit. You don't have the power, you don't have the patience to deal with a Dalit speaking at your citadel. That's the whole point. That's the sole concern. You're not willing to have an engagement. You're not willing to have a debate. This is such a pointless. This is something which we must.
I'm not getting the audio.
You stand exposed today. You stand exposed today in front of the entire
nation. Vivek's
nation.
audio is not on.
You stand exposed today in front of the entire nation.
Sorry, I had an interruption. Yeah, go on.
Arnabji, one last.
One minute. Vivek. What were you? No, because the reference was to Vivek, and hence I'm getting a reaction from Vivek. Yes, Vivek, what were you saying?
Yes. All I'm saying is, I'm asking Mr. Guru Prakash Paswan that when will we have a Dalit Shankaracharya in this country? When will we have it? And is Mr. Guru Prakash Paswan ready to endorse that a Dalit Shankaracharya is a good thing for the society because of equality of the castes? I mean, tell me. And secondly, Mr. Ambedkar was very disgusted with the caste structure of the Hindu religion and moved to Buddhism and challenged Hinduism. Will you endorse that also or not? And thirdly, are you also in favor of the temples being handed back to the Brahmins and the priests? Three questions I asked you, please answer.
No, Vivek, do you know how many sages are
who has
taught
authored
in the
Mahabharata?
Rig Vedas? Do you know?
Question is for Mr. Paswan because he was supposed to speak today. Let him answer. I'm challenging him to answer. Endorse Dalit Shankaracharya here on the TV.
No. I'm just talking about how much you know. How much you know. Every year, Vishwa Hindu Parishad trains not hundred, thousands of priests, those who come from Dalit society. And it has been, doing it since 1995. You don't know. You are uneducated. You are uneducated. You don't know. Your entire CPI leadership is a leadership of the upper caste.
No. 1 minute.
Look at your own Politburo. All your leadership comes from the upper caste, not from Dalit at all. Tell me
Just
one name.
Vivek, I'll get you on another line. 1 minute. Can I take him outside the bus? I think it's a moment for us to think. And I'll tell you why. Today was a very interesting day. Because today, Sudhindra Bhadoria, the day began with Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurating the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, which is a museum dedicated to all Prime Ministers of the country.
That's true.
All, including people like Nehru, whose controversial contribution or lack of it as the country's first Prime Minister needs to be critically assessed. Nehru, Nehru was unfair even to Ambedkar, who didn't even spare Ambedkar. In fact, there are theories and stories about how people, a part of Nehru's coterie, tried to ensure Ambedkar's defeat in elections post-independence.
Yes.
But yet, I would say, the Prime Minister ensured that Nehru had his place in the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, including Indira Gandhi, whose gravest and greatest contribution to the country's history has been the imposition of the emergency. But look at the large-heartedness of the people you could call from the right wing. You see, Sudhindra Bhadoria, that's called an inclusive political culture. But look at the culture on the other side.
Arnav, I would like to add one point.
Yes,
Arnav,
yes.
since I was part of the committee, I would like to add one point.
Question to me, as you have
Arnav,
asked this
can I
question to
just
me,
10
please
No,
let
1
me
minute.
answer.
My question was to Mr. Bhadoria, actually.
this.
Mr. Bhadoria,
today-
my question to you is, this toxic,
While-
dangerous and violent intolerance of a lot of people who have lost elections, what is the way they can come out of this disease?
Well, no doubt you have raised certain very fundamental issues, and we need to certainly think about it. We as a nation who are celebrating and paying tribute to Param Pujya Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar, who symbolizes compassion, tolerance, equality, and as well as patriotism. So in that context, you have also raised the issue as to today in the Nehru Memorial Museum, there is now a section which is now dedicated to all the prime ministers of this country. I must also thank the museum authorities. They have even put my photographs of those times when I organized the entire Padyatra of Chandrasekhar, and Chandrasekhar and Ajim and me who are in the Padyatra, they have been also put, so they have not been partisan to this extent.
Yes.
I must say this and acknowledge this. As far as Param Pujya Baba Saheb is concerned, everybody in this country should acknowledge that today his vision of India, which is a vision of tolerance, equality, fraternity, and also he gives us a constitution where all the fundamental rights are enshrined. Therefore, I think it would be improper not to allow anybody to speak on platforms. Whichever be the party, whichever be the government, whichever be the institution, everybody should have its say. And I would say this because I, who was a student, and Mr. Guru Prakash's father, who worked with me at one stage, I suffered the most. My father, my mother, me, all three were sent to jail during the period of emergency. One in Tihar, one in Bhagalpur Central Jail, and one in Bareilly Jail. But we did not compromise. We fought against the emergency, and we saw to it that the government of the day at that time was dethroned and the constitution was safeguarded. So therefore, I think it is a duty of all citizens to safeguard the right of Guru Prakash or people like Guru Prakash who may be in any other party. So that is the fundamental thing, and we must remember that if we are paying tribute to Param Pujya Baba Sahab, everybody has a right to say, and I think it should be defended. That is the prime responsibility.
No, that is an ideal world, but we are
not.
But unfortunately, we are not living in an ideal world. The question goes to Syed Abbas, and I want to bring Syed Abbas into the debate. Let's put Guru Prakash in the middle of the debate because we are talking about what happened to him. Let's get Rashmi Samant in. You know, this bullying, this bullying by people like these SFI people. Why do they do it? Is it because they have lost political relevance? I think that is the reason, because they are losing elections. The people of the country have rejected them. So they sort of exist like self-declared fossils inside a few campuses where they can bully with some sticks. I mean, look at what happened during Ram Navami, Rashmi, on the JNU campus. What was the fault of those students? Can I show some of the pictures there? Saffron blank, flags being pushed around, people simply on the basis of their religious identity being targeted, being beaten up by these left libs. What is the idea here? What is the idea, and why is the lobby quiet? Why are they not tweeting pictures of students bringing in sticks, attacking people during Ram Navami? Why not? Rashmi, why not? Let Rashmi open this part of the debate, ladies and gentlemen. Together, let's force the secularity to speak up tonight. Rashmi.
Unfortunately, I think the way that this lobby has operated is always by going in this fashion of my way or the highway. So it's always been that way. And my apologies and my sympathies with Paswanji that you have been deplatformed today on such a day where your experiences and your heritage as a Dalit leader, as a youth Dalit leader of this country could have done a lot more good when it was shared in the platform that LSR provided. I'm really sorry that this happened to you.
And how many
Unfortunately, on campuses,
but people are being beaten up on campuses, you know, Rashmi. During the CAA issue, when the West Bengal governor, he had his own views on CAA, he was physically attacked during a convocation at Calcutta University. He was forced out. It's become a pattern. Syed Asad Abbas, we are watching this. And do you think the people of India will be quiet? You're beating up a governor inside a campus because of his views on CAA, NRC. You're beating up Ram Bhakts in the JNU campus. You're telling a scholar like Guru Prakash Paswan that you have no right to speak. What is this fascist attitude of these left libs? In fact, the Aligarh Muslim University Vice Chancellor was marginalized. Why? Because he condoled the death of former Chief Minister Kalyan Singh. Kalyan Singh was the backbone of educational reforms in Uttar Pradesh. A Vice Chancellor condoles his death. You want to cancel him too. And look at Vivek quiet right now. Look at Kapil Googling right now. They're all Googling their response.
And communal violence. And communal violence. Mr. Kalyan Singh was responsible for so much of violence in Uttar Pradesh against the ethos of the Indian Constitution.
I think it's my turn to speak.
Responsible for the demolition of the masjid.
May I?
Everybody has gone scot-free. Mr. Advani was not there. Shiv Sainiks were not there. Uma Bharti was not there. Nobody was there.
In fact, you people are so shameless that even the statue of Swami Vivekananda was defaced. Swami Vivekananda. No, I'll tell you. This group has gone insane, ladies and gentlemen. No, they've gone insane. You don't know what to do anymore.
Modi has made sure that nobody knows who broke the Babri Masjid.
When Baba Ramdev has to speak near the JNU campus, you think it becomes a threat to national unity. You people are hypocrites of the worst order. Come on, admit it, Jay.
I know.
You want me to give you more examples?
Ramdev and ask him what about the petroleum prices. When we talk to Baba Ramdev and we ask him what petroleum prices today, he just shoos away the reporters. Says, get lost. Bol diya to bol diya. Bad gaye price to bad gaye price.
I mean, you're just whitewashing the fact that a Dalit leader was deplatformed today, and I think that is absolutely shameful, and you're deflecting the question. Please stop doing that.
Mr. Paswan should not be given any platform.
What is happening on school campuses, on college campuses is serious because these are the youth of the country and they need to be given a healthy learning environment.
Of the Hindu society. and he endorses
Where
it,
political
and he supports
supremacy?
it.
There is no
He supports the
supremacy. Whereas
grammatical
one
supremacy
side
of
is being
society.
marginalized
He does
on
not stand for the
campuses,
equality of all castes.
and people of the
Okay?
likes of
He
your
supports-
political
he
aisle
supports
are
the
being
fact
given
that the government
unfettered
is superior
access
to
to,
other castes.
to
That is why he
campuses.
should
That
not
is
be
what is
allowed to
happening.
speak at all.
And you're talking about supremacy, which does not
We can't
exist.
allow- we
Please
can't
come up
allow
with facts
in the
and
India
stop
of
personally
2022,
attacking
we cannot
him.
allow in the
He was
India of
deep platformed
2022
today,
the
and
Brahminical
this is
supremacy
the best you
ideas
can think
being
about.
promoted by professors like this, just to please their RSS bosses.
He is a scholar,
I don't believe the
and you
Brahmins are
cannot
superior.
whitewash his
He believes that the Brahmins are
credentials
superior.
with garbage like this.
No, there's an attempt. Viewers, what's happening right now? Viewers, please note. One second. Viewers, please note this. I allowed it, and you know why I was quiet, Rashmi, for the last 2 minutes? You know why I was quiet for the last 2 minutes? Why I was quiet? Because I want the people of this country to see the kind of bullying that happened. There's an open attempt at bullying Ram Prakash Paswan. Now I'll tell you what, Mr. Paswan, you will be trolled on Twitter, you will be attacked. All kinds of comments will be made. Guru Prakash Paswan, you'll be attacked, you'll be called names, they will chase you, then they will target you, they'll write stories in their small little pamphlets, magazines about you. They will attack everything. They will not spend. They will attack your family background. They'll attack everything about you.
I think it's
no. They will.
It's my turn to speak enough.
No. Syed Asad Abbas, you are a mute spectator. You are a mute spectator to what is going on. That's what you are.
Absolutely.
No. Jitendra
Singh's
speech on the abrogation of Article 370. Right? There was JNU protested a lecture by Jitendra Singh on the abrogation of 370. You people, and I'll say it on your face, you are intellectual fascists. You are intellectual fascists.
What cannot be defeated with logic, they defeat
now can I
by
speak
using
my
brute
friends?
force. That's what they do. Because
And
they
you
cannot
are the
defeat
people.
these arguments with logic.
No, you are the people like Kapil Madan and you are the people who clap when the Tukde gang says Bharat ki barbadi tak jang rahegi, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah. You sit and applaud, you say freedom of expression is back in this country. Of course you do. You say it's an example of 1918. When Gautam Nalaka justifies Mannan Wani's terrorism, you support it.
And we stand for what Ambedkar.
Allow me to come in now. I think it's time. It's 35 minutes into the debate. I haven't yet spoken.
Kapil
So will I
Madan.
be allowed to speak?
Don't
Arnab, are you doing the
pedalize.
same what LSR did with Paswan? You're doing the same with me, Arnab. You're not allowing me to speak. So I now feel what Paswan felt. Can I get 30 seconds to make my point, sir?
Yeah, don't play the victim card. Continue.
Okay, so you made me a victim, so I will play. So nevertheless, now coming to Guru Prakash Paswan, my dear good friend, I have debated with him on many ends, many channels. Straight to the point, interesting trivia. If you called LSR a cancel culture, what will you call? 1st of August 2018, Delhi University cancels dialogue on freedom of expression after ABVP protest. Second, ABVP disrupts college seminar in Bareilly, 20th March 2017. In Jaipur, University bows down to ABVP's protest. I have more than a dozen Guru Prakash Paswan, my friend, where Akhila Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad has time and again protested on events, seminars, freedom of speech, expression, extempores. Isn't that cancel culture, sir? Why are you so partisan? अरे एक बार आपके साथ LSR में हो गया, गलत हुआ, सही हुआ, बात की बात. जब आप करें तो प्यार, हम करें तो वार. ये कैसा अत्याचार पासवान साहब?
No. Don't make it trivial.
Time and again,
Don't make it trivial. The fact is, don't make it trivial. Don't make it trivial. No, don't make it trivial. I want him to respond, please. I want him to respond, please. Let him respond. Thank you very much. You overshot. Mr. Paswan responds. Please hear.
I shout less than you, sir.
No, I can give you, yeah, thank you. Arna, no, you see, if you do a factual analysis, let's start it from 1947 itself. I'm sure you are aware of what the first amendment to the Constitution of India was. The issue is not that. The issue is very plain and simple, my friend Syed Abbas. On the day when we are remembering Baba Saheb Ambedkar, who is not only the Dalito ka Masiha, but the Desh ka Masiha. You're not letting someone speak who is one of Ambedkar's person. This is the plain and simple truth. I was just listening to Mr. Vivek Srivastav and I'm not at all appalled. I'm not at all surprised. He categorically says that he would not let me speak. one Mr. Srivastava would not let one Mr. Paswan speak. Is this something new?
Yeah.
This is deeply feudal, deeply elitist mindset of these communist parties, which has been on the record since decades. For the first time in the history of communist parties, CPM, there is a Dalit Politburo member. I did not speak when you were speaking, sir. You don't represent. I don't want to mudslinging nahi karunga main. I'm not going to do a mudslinging.
आप अम्बेडकराइट नहीं रहे.
You are just. आप बोल लीजिए. मैं नहीं बोलूँगा. आप बोल लीजिए. आप बोल लीजिए.
No, don't give up, Guru Prakash. You must not give up. You must not give up. You must not give up. What is happening right now? What is happening right now? No, you must not give up. Should he give up? Ratan Sharda is coming in on the debate. Ratan Sharda, I think exactly what happened to Guru Prakash Paswan earlier today is happening to him on this show. But I say he must not give up. He must fight back.
Exactly.
He must fight back right now.
Please ask him what is the definition of Ambedkarite. He said Guru Prakash is not Ambedkarite. What did Ambedkar say? Learn, fight for our rights, agitate, but also get educated. What Guru Prakash has done against Ambedkar? Because communists cannot stand Ambedkar. Ambedkar exposed communists left, right and center. He exposed their entire theories. So they can't adjust to a scholar who follows Ambedkar, and he has the guts to say that he's not Ambedkar.
No, they don't like it. They don't like a.
People,
he writes a Paswan but acts like a Sharma or a Mishra. That is the problem.
No, now he made a casteist remark. One minute. Did you hear that? One minute. This man. 1 minute. Just a minute. You know what he just said? This man is such an absolutely ghastly casteist, Rashmi. He said, this man is called Paswan but acts like a Sharma or a Mishra. These were his words.
Yes, the biggest.
These were his words. And he says he's a leftist.
It's appalling.
It's appalling. That's his perspective. That's his worldview. That's his worldview. Rashmi is on the debate. Rashmi, please. Rashmi.
This is absolutely appalling because, one definition applies to their people and one more definition to the rest of the world. He is a rightful Dalit and he gets to define how he sees his heritage. Who are you to define that? He's a Dalit. You don't get to define that for him. It is his identity and you're trying to take that away from him. On primetime television, is that not what exactly is the problem with society? That they haven't been given a voice? Why are you trying to take away from them on primetime television by making casteist remarks?
I believe in Ambedkar.
No. These people. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. These people. These people. No. These people. No. 1 minute. Just a minute. 1 minute. Now there again.
What should I call Sanyan? What should I call Lamutri Path? Dange? Whom should I call them? What kind of nonsensical communist names would he speak of caste? He speaks of casteless society and calls a caste. He should be brought under SC/ST Act.
System.
He deserves to have a case against him on SC/ST Atrocities Act. Guru Prakash, go and charge him on SC/ST Act. Such a shameless person. He calls a person with a caste. Guru Prakash never prompted his Dalit caste. He didn't speak of himself as Dalit. He speaks as a scholar.
He is endorsing Brahminical supremacy. That is what I'm saying.
Dalit, you don't even want the president to be treated, respected because of Dalit. You cannot stand because of
No. You are diverting. In case he feels all the categories and castes are equal, the way I do.
On the debate now, I'm also joined by Kapil Madan on the right. And Sangeet Ragi. Kapil Madan on the right, Sangeet Ragi on the left. We have Guru Prakash Paswan in the middle. And ladies and gentlemen, these people, Kapil Madan, these people like the ones who boycotted and forcibly banned Guru Prakash Paswan in LSR. These people who are the so-called fake intellectual elite in their press club worlds. These are people who have their PhDs and subsidized hostel accommodations never end. These are people who are so small in their thought and their action, they cannot stand a counter view, a counter ideology, because they don't have the intellectual ability. They don't have the intellectual ability to counter it. And the problem with these people right now is that on the other side right now, the people you called the right-wingers, these people you call the right-wingers who are truly the nationalists in this country have refined and solid
arguments which are backed with legal facts and strong intellectual facts and opinion. And the fact of the matter is, everywhere in universities, in the courtrooms, in the media, the left libs, who are nothing but the byproducts of the British Raj descendant age, have lost their relevance. So I'm saying, stop crying, stop complaining, but don't ban. Please remember, you know one thing about LSR? By the way, can I share one thing about LSR, Guru Prakash Paswan? In the 60s, my mother did a bachelor's in Sanskrit honors from LSR. And those who know LSR will know that the prayer of the college is a quote from the Upanishads. Why don't you cancel that too? Why don't you say the college prayer will not be derived from the Upanishads or be inspired by the Upanishads anymore? No, what are you shaking your hand for now? Vivek Srivastava.
Nobody is saying that.
How much will you cancel?
All we are saying is, all we are saying is, why is the equality of caste not being endorsed?
Kapil is on the debate. Kapil and Sangeet Ragi now. Kapil and Sangeet Ragi.
Arnav, why are you giving so much space to Mr. Srivastava? He is a child.
Kapil now.
The question and the answer, यदि आप उनका दोनों देखेंगे तो लगेगा कि जैसे 8वीं क्लास का बच्चा बात करता हो. He doesn't have readings. He doesn't have intellectual depth. So it is wastage of time to react to what Vivek Srivastava talks about. Second point, he doesn't know what is actually the Brahminical order. He doesn't have read.
Like you.
The way no. Have you read Ambedkar? Have you read how many volumes? How many selected works?
Sangeet Ragi, please. Low speed. Sangeet Ragi.
Do you know what Ambedkar says in the volume 17? Do you know what Ambedkar talks about? I'm pretty sure that you haven't read Ambedkar at all, my dear friend. Now let back to you have a totalitarian mindset. You have no intellectual capacity to you have no intellectual capacity to communicate with the others.
Kapil on the right.
Even within your ideology, you are intolerant. I know Santosh Bhattacharya.
Kapil on the
Read Hammer on Calcutta University.
Kapil on the right.
Read Hammer on Calcutta University. How the gundas of the SFI destroyed Calcutta University. They didn't allow the Vice Chancellor to work for 5 years. And Mr. Vivek Srivastava, do you know? The person was not from the RSS. The person was from the CPI. Yet the gundas of the SFI didn't allow him to function for 5 years. Read Hammer on Calcutta University. It is a very important book. Those who leftists who talk about intellectual freedom, I always challenge them. You never believe in intellectual freedom because you never give opportunity others to articulate their points. You impose your ideas because you are intellectually coward.
No. Yeah, this is intellectual.
Let me make two very important points here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me make two very important points here. Na?
Yeah.
I think we all saw when the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Paswan, was asked that the fact that on how many occasions ABP have disrupted, these kind of events, he didn't had any answer. He again. Arey, sun lo, sir. Don't be a bygod. Show some tolerance here. Show some tolerance here.
But Yasin Malik is acceptable to you. Separatists are acceptable to you. Separatists are acceptable to you. Naxals are acceptable to you. Separatists and gundas are acceptable to you. But Subramaniam Swamy cannot be. Baba Ramdev cannot be. A Major General cannot be. This is the kind of totalitarian regime that you have nurtured in the campus of university, nurtured in JNU. And also in some of the colleges of Delhi University, which have turned out to be the bastion of the left. This is unfortunate. This is not the kind of Tagore. This is not the kind of education that Tagore had wanted of. You are the killer of the entire
You will heckle, but you will not answer the question.
Okay, tell me one thing. Okay. Here's my question. 1 minute. Here's my question. My question here. Thank you, Sangeet Ragi. Please think. Before you speak. Because these intellectual centipedes who indulge in this kind of toxic intellectual rowdyism, if this becomes your style, you know what this country will become? You just because just no.
I hope you're referring to ABVP.
No, I'm referring.
I hope you're referring to ABVP.
I'm referring to those who came out with sticks attacking Ram Bhakts on the JNU campus.
He is referring to ABVP.
Anyway, I'd like to give the floor to Guru Prakash Paswan. Guru Prakash Paswan, the irony in this country is these are the same people who give a red carpet welcome in the Aligarh Muslim University campus when Gautam Navlakha goes there and supports attacks on the Indian Army, right? And if anyone is watching tonight, among those who are celebrating the fact that you were not allowed to speak, what's your message to them? Everyone, please, yeah.
Arnab ji, you have hit the nail on the head. You have made the point very plain and clear that since they have lost their ground, nowhere there are a politically influential force in the entire country. There are few citadels left. There are few institutions left where they want to mark their presence. And I am sure that with the coming decade, with the growing assertion of the subaltern voices, with the growing aspiration, their narrative is going to fail at these institutions as well. With growing diversity, this is going to stop. And on your show, Arnab, tonight, I want to make this sufficiently clear, like I have done. I am not going to be scared from the likes of SFI, from the likes of Vivek Srivastava, or anyone from the Communist Party of India. They cannot dictate, they cannot tell what I think, what I speak. I will continue to articulate the assertions and aspirations of my community for the sake of the country.
Absolutely. And Vivek Srivastava, since you have been very often an applicant but have been unsuccessful in winning even a municipality election, take a moment to reflect on the way in which you have been behaving and the way you behaved on the program tonight. I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, very much. On the other side, the call to ban loudspeakers has turned into a very, very polarized fight on both sides. Raj Thackeray is talking about it, and many others. Which way do you think you lean on the debate on the other side?
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for 9 years by India Today University's rankings, a testimony to Amity's world-class quality.
The alleged war crimes that have been committed. What is it that you would like to tell the world about places like Irpin, Bucha, Borodenka? What is it that the world does not know?
I have a message to everyone. It's very important.